Welcome back to Water Park Rangers, Let's Play Paper Mario and the Thousand-Year Door. In the last episode, we returned to Rogueport from Twilight Town, and found the way to get to the next Crystal Star. Only we're looking around Rogueport to find the actual way to get there. We only have a heading. Anyway, right now we're stopping by to see what badges we can possibly pick up. Pretty Lucky P. I love luck-related things as well as HP and FP, so I'm going to pick it up. Luck is a specialty of mine. Or rather, it's something I wish was a specialty, so I'm going to try as much as I can to gather up more of it. Because more luck just increases your chances of not getting hit in battle, which is awesome. I really love the lucky badges. They're worth the BP. Anyhow, now we're going to head off to our next area to search some things up. To the west side of Rogueport, which is really quite fun for all the little secrets it has. And I particularly like this one. Alright, so we got a couple houses side to side here. Actually, the NPCs in here have an ongoing story, and you can, like, check up chapter by chapter, and the story continues. But that's not important to us. We're just going to roll through here, and another Shine Sprite. Pretty awesome. Oh, by the way, even though we're not going to upgrade Flurry, and it seems like everyone's already got one Shine Sprite, there is a reason to keep collecting them. And plus, when you roll out of that little secret passage, it puts you in the opposite house, out of the drawer. I think that's such a cool little route right there. Anyway, the next place we're going to be going is down to the sewers, so slip through the grate. There we go. And these little platforms, be sure to just jump across them really quickly. Otherwise, they're going to sink before you can jump across, and then you have to try again. Which is annoying. I think that same thing was actually in the sewers in the first Paper Mario game. I'm not an expert on the first Paper Mario, but I did beat it, so there's that. Probably when I get a co-commentary episode, we're going to talk more about the first Paper Mario, but until then, references to it are going to be at least somewhat sparing. We're one star piece short of a Power Plus. That's unfortunate. I really would like another Power Plus. In that case, I'm not going to buy anything. Yeah, he can keep his money. He can keep his stupid comments in his pocket. Oh my god, The Room. I'm pretty sure I've told people to watch The Room ever since, like, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, but I'm going to tell people to do it again now, because The Room is still funny. When will The Room not be funny? Perhaps one day. I know that people tend to grow out of their tastes and just realize that things were shitty, but the thing is, I realized from the start that The Room was shitty, and that's part of what made it funny, and therefore, I don't think it can really stop being funny. Oh, God! I had the right idea there, it was just difficult to time it. These spikes are so devilish. There we go. The whole thing is you can't get greedy. Like, sometimes I bite off more than I can chew. And this is one of those cases. Aha! But there, I was patient, and it paid off. And the reward is the Spike Shield. This is one of the best badges in the game. Makes Mario damage-proof when jumping on spiky foes. Not your party members, just Mario. Also, if you get hit by the spikes on your way back, they're going to put you back to the treasure chest. Kind of like with the guy in the Magical Menagerie in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, who, if you get Ginny's Quill and try to escape, is just going to put you back in the room with Ginny's Quill. It doesn't make any sense, but that's the way it goes, so you just got to deal with it. I'm the Avatar, and you got to deal with it. I don't know when they're coming out with the next book of Korra. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I think it's called Spirits. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called Spirits. Which is good, because I feel like the story needed more Spirit World-related things. Like, the Spirit World sections of Last Airbender were some of the most intriguing. Yeah, I guess we shouldn't get on a tangent and talk too much about Avatar. That's one thing that I've realized, is that whenever I'm playing a game or watching someone play a game, we end up talking about something completely different, typically, from what's going on screen. Like, recently there was, at college, there's someone who's not exactly like a roommate, because he doesn't stay in my room, but he goes and visits so much, he's essentially, my third roommate. And I actually got him to play through Mother 3, and it seems like he really enjoyed it. And it was kind of funny, because I was thinking the whole time, like, how much are we going to end up talking about Mother 3, the game that we're actually playing? Or, like, are we going to be talking about something completely different? And it was kind of a nice mix of those, and that's the way I like to approach LPs. Like, I want them to be informative, but it's also nice to not talk about them exclusively. Anyway, we're talking to all the people here, and Keelhaul Key clearly has a pretty bad reputation. Oh my god, for the next One Piece movie that's coming out, One Piece Film Z, Avril Lavigne's bad reputation is going to be used as a main theme. I don't know what Ichiro Oda was thinking by letting that slide by. Ugh, oh well. I guess there's no accounting for some people's tastes. Even for someone who writes, like, a good story, like One Piece. Ugh. Oh well. That's the thing. I'm going to go ahead and say that I think my tastes are second to none. Like, I personally have the best tastes of just about anyone. And that's honestly me being completely honest right here, and not just fake pride or anything. Because I've found that the stuff that I like, I don't get tired of it. I find it, like, endlessly enjoyable. And that's how I've ended up playing, like, Pikmin 2 or Mother 3, like, so many times more than I can count. It's just because I find them that enjoyable. Anyway, great character here. And what do you want, Who, me, you ask about? I'm called Flavio. I am, how you say, a trader, the richest man in Rogueport. Monetary wealth gives me freedom, yes, and freedom gives me wealth of spirit. And yet, why is it that a man whose life is unchained must always long for yet more, What is missing from my life? This tears at my very insides. I must know. What do I lack? Money, maybe? Money, you say, Yes, there is nothing like a grapefruit covered in... no! Foolish Flavio, not honey, you silly man! What he meant was money! But if it's money I need, I may be in good shape because I'm filthy rich! Wait, hold the horses! A great idea has struck! Now that I am thinking of it, I once heard of the treasure of Cortez, the Pirate King. Yes, this is the answer! Oh, such happiness for me! A hunt for pirate treasure! Why, that just shrieks of romance and thrills and emotion and even money! Do you not know the tale? The Pirate King's treasure, hidden on Keelhaul Key. Well, tales say that the Pirate King Cortez hid his hoard of pirate booty there. For years, treasure hunters and ruffians have gone there in search of the loot, but not a single one of them has ever returned. Oh, the horror makes my back tingle. People here whisper that the ghost of Cortez attacks all who seek his treasure. Eek! It is because of those very rumors that people no longer go to Keelhaul Key. But that will not stop Flavio. That treasure is there, yes, and I am going to prove it. For I am Flavio, trader extraordinaire, millionaire, sailor of the seven seas. What is that you are saying? You're also looking for a treasure, here in Rogueport? Why talk such craziness? There isn't anything like that in this dull armpit of a town. You cannot be believing this stupid rumor about treasure some street urchin spews out. No, 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 no! Now what madness comes bursting from your mouth? You have a treasure map? Well, hand it over. Rather, I mean, show me. You are having a joke on me. This map leads straight to Keelhaul Key. You swine! You mean to steal my treasure out from under me, you awful, awful man! Well, now I am confused. You were looking for the things known as the crystal stars? But now that I am thinking, a star-shaped stone was said to be set in Cortez's hold. Perhaps I can sell it for a staggering amount of cash. Yes, that would be... stop such thoughts, Flavio. What you need is romance, thrills, and emotion. I cannot ignore what this business before me suggests. This must be fate at work. Flavio shall go with you to Keelhaul Key. Of course, the crystal star is yours, yes, but the rest of the treasure is mine. Huh? You must repeat that. Flavio's ears are plugged. You have no ship. Ha 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 ha! You unfortunate foolish man. Do you not know who I am? I will have a ship ready in no time, and it will be massive and glorious. Splendid, splendid, splendid. Let us begin preparations immediately, shall we? I will volunteer myself as our intrepid leader. Yes, and you will be captain. Danger and adventure tickle my nostrils. Come to the harbor right away. I know a lot of people really hate Flavio, but I really love his character. He's just so boisterous and full of so much charisma. Even if it's the wrong kind of charisma that makes you dislike him, that's what makes him great. Was that a very hard to understand explanation? I'm pretty sure that was a pretty difficult to understand explanation. No matter. Anyway, this is the massive glorious ship he was talking about. Yes, so it is you, Well, sadly, a slight problem seems to have popped up. But feast your eyes on this outrageously fantastic ship. She's a fine vessel, no? She's SS Flavion, the queen of the countless ships in my personal fleet. The raw majesty of her hull, the pomp and circumstance, none can compare to her. Ah, behold the elegant curve of her prow. She cuts to the very soul, don't you agree? But she is not just a beauty. She is a savage beast on the water, tops amongst sailboats. But above all, I tell you, this proud ship can... Ah, yes, did you speak? Yes, of course. The problem in that has sprung up. I had completely forgotten about it. The SS Flavion, she bewitches me. Yes, well, here is the issue. We have no navigator. He ran off, the dog. The navigator, of course, is the highest-ranked helmsman. They steer ships, you know. Now here's the real problem. The waters around Keelhaul Key are deathly dangerous. We need an absurdly skilled helmsman for our navigator. It is, how you say, a pickle.
Oi, Flavio! Who are you talking there, sir? If you don't mind me saying, I might have a solution.
Do not tease me, Papatch. You can solve our problem, then spit it out already.
Well, sir, I've heard talk of a legendary sailor living in Rogueport. Yeah, I think he's called Admiral Bobbery, a salty old sea dog by all accounts. But he's said to have the helmsman's touch, sir. He can make any ship bow to his will. Thing is, there ain't a soul what's seen him on the seas of late.
Bassa boom! Problem solved! Let us scout out this Bobbery fellow and get him on board. As is customary, my captain will handle all negotiations. That would be you, Mario. That does sound fair to everyone, does it not?
No complaints.
Aye, sir. Aye. Sounds fair, sir. I'm on board. Good plan. Sure thing.
Then it is decided.
You must find this Bobbery and bring him here. Our fortune sailors with you. Well, now we gotta search him. Track him down. And actually, this part confuses a lot of people because it's not apparently obvious as to where Bobbery could be, you know? This Admiral Bobbery guy, he could be anywhere. No one really mentions him beforehand, I don't think. So now it's just a matter of finding him. Why is it that finding that one random NPC in the game world is always such a troubling endeavor? I know there was a moment like this in Chrono Trigger. I think it was when you're trying to prepare the Masamune. It's something like that. Anyway, Professor Frankly will actually tell you the way.
Bobbery? That old sea dog lives in the East Side house, right next door. They say he was a great and important sailor long ago. Alright, we have our heading.
Anyway, the way into Bobbery's house is pretty clear. We were able to find it with Trogdor last time. We just chose not to go inside because it wasn't time yet. And now it's time. Anyway, there is a guy who lives on the far west side of these houses, and he will tell you some very interesting background stories about the game, if you pay him a small fee. I'm going to go read them myself, but I'm going to cut ahead through them, that way you don't have to read them. I'll tell you what they're about a little later when they become relevant. And I just cut ahead right there. Now, the entrance to Bobbery's house is pretty obvious. You just have to roll into a paper tube, and down you go into the chimney. And bravo, Admiral Bobbery.
What do you blokes want?
Nothing, just to raid your house. And actually, it's kind of true. Just go underneath the door with a random axis above it, and you get an absolutely free Shine Sprite. One of the easiest to get in the game. And actually kind of neat looking room, but there's really not much else here. And in order to get out, you have to leave through this door right here, but it's locked, so we're going to have to talk to Bobbery to get out.
Admiral Bobbery, I haven't the faintest idea what you're talking about. Now, if you please. Drop the axe, Superstash. We already found out that you're Admiral Bobbery. Humph, what puppycock. Tell me, what would you want with me if I were this chap? You say your ship needs a navigator and you want me to do the job, So sorry, but you'll have to look elsewhere. I shall set sail upon the sea, nevermore. But that's just not cool. You want to see me beg or something? Is that it? You have to come along. Only you can get us safely to Keelhaul Key. Awfully sorry, dear boy, but when I say no, what I mean is no. Now away with you.
Well, so much for you, stupid bum. Oh well. That didn't go so well.
What's the next move, Chief? This salty dude is going nowhere fast. I can't figure this guy out. What's his beef with the ocean, anyway? Know what we ought to do? Go find someone who knows what this dude's deal is.
And who else but Professor Frankly, who seems to know everything. Obviously because he's old and has so many books. That makes him knowledgeable.
Admiral Bobbery won't go to sea. That's a setback. I don't know the man myself, so I don't know what to tell you, unfortunately. But I'd be willing to bet that Podley knows a thing or two. He works at the inn's cafe.
So that's who we're going to seek out. Unfortunately, we're going to have to find Podley next episode because right now we're out of time. So next episode, we're going to go find Podley and see if he can get Admiral Bobbery to join our expedition. See you then.